Yo, what is up, my friends? Thank you all for joining me today. Today, man, it is cold as hell where I live. It was like 10 degrees earlier, and it was even colder earlier this week. Man, I have Greek genetics. I am not built for this extreme cold. I am like so white right now. Normally, I'm not this white. I get dark as hell in the summer, but gotta push through it and it'll make me stronger. But comment down below where you are from, what the temperature is where you are from, and make me jealous. But anyways, on to the video. I want to talk about how important it is for you to go a certain amount of days in retention, at least for your first, go at it. Because around the 90 to 120 day mark is really when your natural life force energy will build back up to where you're supposed to be at after years of just depleting yourself. And a lot of people wonder, well, is there a point of going on beyond, excuse me, if there's a point of going on beyond that 120-day mark, or should you just stop? And the thing is, I've seen people say, yeah, there's no really point, and other people say the opposite. And there's so many different people doing this in so many different variations. I've seen people say they only do it for like 2 weeks and then they release. If they go over a month, it's just like too much for them. And I've also seen people say, I want to go for 12 years. I want to achieve things that only, yogis and monks have achieved. And both are, completely reasonable. You can do what you want. This is your path to walk. But the thing is, I believe really everybody, I would like every man to at least do a year, because after a year, you start to do a lot of internal work within that time frame. And if you're only doing 90 to 120 days, which is great, you're only just building back up your life force energy after depleting yourself. And after this moment, I want to say around the 150-day mark, could be longer depending on the person, but this is when retention starts to get psychedelic. I had a video a long time ago, not a long time ago, but I posted a video saying semen retention is psychedelic by nature. And what I meant by that is when you take the word psychedelic and you break it down to the Greek words that are used to form it, essentially what it means is mind manifesting or consciousness expanding. And when you look at it like that, a lot of things are so. Music is psychedelic, conversation is, literature is, a lot of things. And including retention, because once you get to that certain point, like I said, this energy is working its way throughout your body and unlocking all these karmic blockages, unlocking so many things you were unaware of in the past, and it's making you become conscious of them. So I believe going for longer periods can really just be beneficial to everybody. And if you're not going to, that is fine. You can definitely do the work without it, but that retention, that long streak is really going to force these things out of you. And if you don't really go for like a long streak at all, let's say you go for 90 days and you just start releasing again, maybe you have a partner or whatever your situation is. And the thing is, you have to know these guidelines at least. I got this from Taoism. I repeated it once in an older video not too long ago, and this is how it goes. So if you're like 16, if you're in your teens, you can pretty much release every day, every other day without actually destroying your life force energy. If you're older than that, if you're 10 years older, let's say mid-20s, like me, I'm 25, I can only release every 4 days without actually destroying my life force. And that number pretty much doubles every time you age a decade. So if you're in your 30s, it's about 8 days, your 40s, it goes up to 16 days, and 50 years old and beyond, you have to wait at least a month to not destroy your life force if you're releasing. But the thing is, that is just to maintain your life force. Of course, you can build up this energy, go 90 days, go 365 days, go a year, and you will be feeling great. You'll be doing a lot of internal work, and the energy will be flowing throughout your body. But me personally, I would like to never release again unless I intend to make a child, but of course that is not completely feasible. If I meet a partner again anytime soon, I'm going to want to involve myself for the sake of the YouTube algorithm in S3X once again. And until I master Tantra, there's going to be a couple spillages at least. And another thing I want to take note about that too is once I do meet another partner again, man, I am not involving myself with them in like S3X type relations for at least 3 months, man. You know, you can't just jump in as you don't know somebody and just swap all this energy with them. It's when you're making it this far, you're gonna really feel it when you've been so long without it. And the thing is, I say 3 months because around 3 months is around the time you can't really keep a facade. You can start to tell who people really are, and you can start to get the gist of what kind of energy they're holding on to. So I'm going to get more into that in a different video, the energy dynamics between that when you do Tantra or just, S3 actual relations. And because, soul ties and all that, there's just a lot there. I want to save that for a separate video. But going forward, as I said, you know, there's a lot of reasons not to release for a long period of time, but you don't have to. Of course, you can release if you want. I'm not going to break down your door and yell at you. You'll still make it, man. But the thing is, there's just so much benefit of just going over 90 days, going over 120 days. I really feel like you are missing out if you don't. Even now, over 500 days in, I am still finding out so much about myself, what I've been holding on to from the past, and the energy is still insane. I still have to, meditate all the time to ground myself. I still have so many different things I am creating. I'm in the process of starting up. Man, I just can't stop. I am a manifestation machine, and you all can be too if you just go the distance. But anyways, guys, that is the video for today. Any questions whatsoever, drop them down below and I will answer them. Like the video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And as always, you have a great day.